Welcome back, WeArEuS, and this is Skyrim Special Edition featuring the Glenmoril mod. Now, naturally, we have not yet begun the Glenmoril mod's quest, but that's only mere moments away. Most importantly is the fact that we're looking pretty fine. Look at that. I've decked out, I've switched all of my armor. I've upgraded all of it as far as I possibly can. And that's pretty far. I'm wearing mostly legendary things. Well, equipment upgraded to legendary. Not all of it is, but most of it is. And that's what's really important here. So, as a result, we now have, we now have an armor rating of 480. I'm still not sure if I'm equipping something that that might be overlapping something where something else should be that I would want to wear. But this is what we have. We've got I'm missing the second room. What took that spot? Second one is corruption. So what took that slot? Well, I guess it's just unequipped because our armor rating hasn't changed and everything we're wearing gives us armor. Also, I found this handy trick. I don't know if you guys know this exists. If you left click on whatever the item is, or the image of the item, and then press W or S, you can just move the bar. That is really neat. Now, what we have equipped is the first room, deal 10% more damage with a chance for regaining health. Sweet. Corruption, which allows us to, reduces the incoming damage by 10% with a chance for regaining health. This is not what we're supposed to have. We need Claw Mark. Claw Mark allows us to ignore 10% of armor when attacking. This gives us, I picked up a perk that allows me that increases the enchantments of all enchanted items by 10%. So instead of increasing my carrying capacity by 100 points, it increases it by 110. This will follow for everything, except for stuff like this. These, for whatever reason, aren't affected. Maybe if I crafted new ones, they would be, but yeah, in fact, I think they would be. Hold on. We want the third room Claw Mark. Oh, it says it'd still be 10%, but let's see. Nope, still the same. That's fine. Anyway. So, what we have equipped, Rapier of the Whisperer Flawless. It's not legendary. It uses ebony as an upgrade material. I've got plenty of it, but it ignores 50% of armor when power attacking, which is frankly quite nice. That makes for 60% armor ignored. It also deals poison damage, and not a little bit either. I don't know if poison damage stacks or what, but I've seen people's health just fly. Well, not fly, but it ticks down really quickly. Now, this is something I'm going to have to explain. I went all the way back to, I don't remember the name of the fricking realm, but it's the one with the priory in it. I went back to Milady Priory. I explored all over the place looking for the last few remaining things that needed to be seen. There were only 2 points of interest that we missed in our playthrough of it with the Vigilant series. That one of which was there was an area out in the sea to the east of the Imperial City. The way there, I didn't get there how I should have. Instead, what I did was I jumped in the water, I swam to it, and then I climbed. Well, I basically Skyrimmed the rocks surrounding the building. I went in, explored the place in reverse to find how to get in there. Now I know, and it's marked on the map. After I found the entrance to it, I went all the way back through. There were 2 bosses on the way to where the entrance of the place was. I beat those guys, went the entire way back. They had some nice stuff, they really did. But, well, one of them didn't have very much stuff, but still nice stuff. Anyway, I went all the way back through, beat everyone. There was nothing of interest there. I don't remember anything. No. There was something there. Inside, there was a dragon turned into a statue. It was pinned down with spears that were chained to the floor. It was obviously dead. I later found out that was the handiwork of the owl, formerly known as Junal, who I killed for a very good reason. Everything I've seen him do or heard his name associated with just reminds me that it was a very, very good idea to kill him. Nevertheless, in there were quite a few enemies. Killed them all. Past that, there were 2 rooms. One room had a Daedric guard. Killed him. And in there, I also forgot to check the other cells after I got the key. In there were 3 prison cells, and one had a still living prisoner. The other 2 rooms had skeletons. As soon as I walked up to this guy, his name was shown to be the Black Worm. Does this sound like the name of a good person to you? Because it didn't to me. I asked him who he was. He said, "What does that matter? Open my cell." I asked him why he was imprisoned. He laughed. Well, I knew I had to open the cell. At the very least. This might be a good fight. I wandered around a bit, found another room that was a little bit hidden, but it was there. I found the room. It was literally across the way from the one I had just found the prison cells in. Got the key from the guard. Oh, frick, there was an underground area. I didn't get to go. I'll have to do that later. Anyway. Okay, so I've got the key from the guard. Opened the guy's cell. He didn't attack me. What did happen, though, was I lost karma. Thankfully, I purified the area or whatever, because that doesn't really matter anymore. Naturally, he thanked me for opening his cell, calling me a good person. I felt disgusted, and then I spoke to him. I learned nothing about him. I learned what I told you about the dragon statue that was out in the open area. And then I found out the guy sold things. You know how I like buying. Anyway, I bought all of the books of interest from him and then murdered him soon thereafter. And gained karma for it. He also had this weapon. This weapon is the main reason why I wanted to kill him. It just looked neat. Now, what this weapon does kills me. It just does. it kills me. So I have no idea what happened there. At some point, a hair got in my mouth. What the frick? Anyway, I'll show you what this does. Hopefully it doesn't kill me, because I tested weapons here and they did no damage to me, but the same weapon that I tested here that did no damage, I took to the whatever the name of that place is for the Vigilant mod and used it, and I died. Not once, but twice. So I didn't use it anymore, which is a shame because it's a really good weapon art. Anyway, that's the story of the Rapier of the Black Worm. And now you know how to get it if you're interested. So, oh right, this also absorbs 5 points of health per second. I don't know if this acts like a poison or not. Or a bleed, more accurately. If it actually, I would assume it does damage, but I don't know how long the absorb lasts. Also, I have another perk from the enchanting tree that allows me to preserve the item that I'm taking the enchantment from, so I can use the enchantment, or so I can keep using the item without, destroying it. What else do we have? We also have this. This doesn't take up any slots for anything that I'm aware of, and so that's just free armor. This increases light armor skill by 23 points. One-handed attacks do 37% more damage. I'm using all red runes. This allows me to improve the rate my skills gain experience by 15%. This allows me to become invisible and move silently in a shroud of darkness while sneaking, and increases my disease resistance by 56%. Frankly, I don't really need it. I did legendary the sneak tree, so there is that. I legendaried the sneak tree, so I got all of those points back and got to put that into something else. I don't want this build to be sneaky, even though it really isn't very good, but we'll make it work. Now, I'm equipping these, but they're not actually used by the gun, by the Witch Hunter gun. So I don't know if this is brought in by another mod or by the what is the name of this freaking mod? The Glenmoril mod. I don't know what brings this in, but we'll find out sooner or later. Now, we have the Ring of Vigorous Harm. Of course, all of these things that can be renamed have been renamed, and this is just one of them. Increases your stamina by 45 points. One-handed attacks do 28% more damage. The Scorched Winter Cloak of Weight. Carrying capacity increased by 35 points. More stamina, more health. Immunity to poison. I can still be poisoned, I just don't take poison damage. And increased disease resistance by 45%. I have a perk that allows me to empower an enchanting table by sacrificing a flawless gem. And it'll boost the enchantments to specific types of equipment, like things that go on the body, the hands, the feet, jewelry, and the head, I think. I didn't have that active when I gave these things the buff. Also, I don't think I can even upgrade these. That's sad. Anyway, moving on. It only gives me 45% disease resistance, but I think that's enough for 100%. That's like 101, right? Anyway, we have the Silent Mithril Sacrament Gators. The wearer is muffled and moves silently. But since my stealth is now only at level 15, sneak is only at level 15, enemies can hear me. Enemies can hear me coming. So it technically doesn't really matter. And it increases my stamina. This unique thing literally goes down your back. It doesn't take up any slots for anything else. and it gives a considerable amount of armor. So if you have the mod for this, make it. I don't remember what it comes from. I don't know. Anyway, it increases my stamina and health. These increase light armor skill and health, stamina and health, and crit chance. I could not take the enchantment from this. Otherwise, I'd have stuff just loaded with crit chance. You better believe I would. And my gloves, I couldn't figure out what else to put on them, so carrying capacity and one-handed attack damage. I also have this, but it takes up a slot for something for the cape. This cloak of harmful skillfulness. So yeah, so that's what we're wearing. What do we have? Right, there's also this, the Bloody Knife Legendary, especially deadly to humans. I probably am not going to be fighting many of those, but its weapon art is Berserk, which doubles your attack damage and halves the damage you take, which is nice. But the Rapier of the Whisperer is way better. Its weapon art is Whisper, which increases your attack speed. Allow me to show you. This is your normal attack speed, and this is your attack speed on Whisperer. Now, I must say, it only affects this and your two-handed power attacks. Just so you guys know. Is there anything else we need to cover before we head out? No, I'll show you guys. What were their names supposed to be? Bobby and Terry. Right. I'll show you guys Bobby and Terry later. I did forget to mention, there was also another barrier temple in the whatever the name of that place was from the Vigilant mod. There was another barrier temple guarded by a priest who was frankly very tough, at least for this build. Oh, I should also show you this. Just so you guys know, since our stats have gotten a little out of control, I've changed the difficulty from Adept to Master. I think that's a difference of 2 difficulty levels. I was going to go Legendary, but Master is pretty freaking tough for this frankly untested build, you know? What? Right. I should also mention the Glenmoril mod may not be voice acted in places. I have to assume from this that it's not voice acted at all, and that's because there isn't a voice mod for it yet, because it's not finished. There might be one now, but I can't be bothered to check. It's going to be mildly awkward, but I'm sure you guys can bear with it, right? Oh, I need to talk to Brant.
Hi. What do you want, Lizard?
Could you give me some bread? Let's hold off on the bread. Though my tummy is a little rumbly. Can you tell me anything about the orphans? So they lost their parents in the Civil War. Temples and orphanages are already filled to the brim, so they're just left to wander around the town and scavenge. Dirty little brats, aren't they? Just the sight of them disgusts me. Well, if it wasn't apparent before, it is now. This guy's a dick. What can you tell me about Lala Noah? Outsider? Oh. My dear Brent, don't be so cold. At the very least, the mod is translated, so, I mean, good for us, right? So, could you give me some bread? I have money. You know, just a little pocket change. Yes, yes, I will make sure I don't feed the orphans. Also, speaking of orphans, there's a black-eyed bastard in there posing as a child. I do need to end that motherfucker, but I can't because, well, like, first off, children are immortal, and I don't have a quest for it, so people would just get upset. I don't know why they don't notice the fact that she has black beady eyes like a monster, but not my problem for today.
Need something?
Uh, Here, have some bread. Of course. So, what are you doing here? But why can't you go back home? Okay. So, could you return home if it was gone? Well, tell me where your home is and maybe I'll deal with it. Now, I don't know. I don't think we're going to be using Bobby and Terry because, frankly, when I was using them and whatever that other place is from the Vigilant mod, Snail Lord. Tell me your secret. Oh, I forgot I go invisible. That sound freaked me out. Anyway. Ah, I see you're one of those kind of children. Anyway, so it's going to be a moment before I can remember their names off the top of my head naturally. Bobby and Terry. It's been a while. I haven't used... Yeah, no, don't eat those. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've used Bobby and Terry because over there in the other place from the Vigilant mod, when I used them, they pissed off the follower that we have, and she left. So I'm not going to use them. Also, I have the Whisper power right now from the sword, so we'll just stick with that for now. Okay. Please just have the key. I don't want to... Oh, great. Okay. So do you have any idea where you lost it? how about we go check with the Snail Lord first? That's the most unique thing here. Oh, what's this? So it's here. Well, I was hoping to have a chance to actually speak with the Snail Lord, but that's not going to be a thing. Yeah, I found the key. Well, hold on. Don't worry. I think things will turn out for the better in just a little bit. Let's go talk to the monster. Hmm. So I'm guessing this is it? Oh, hey, buddy. What's up, Grohl? Can I, talk to you for a moment? Oh, I'd love to hear this guy voiced. So, what are you doing here? What are you guarding? Do you mean Lala Noah? Then could you please stop scaring her? So, what are you supposed to get as a reward for guard duty? Glowing stones. So, who ordered you to do this then? No, I don't know. That's why I was asking. Okay, I think that's enough. Well, the big bad monster won't frighten you anymore. Fine, I'll take you in. It says to follow her, but she's... okay. Oh, good. Take the initiative. Well, look at that. How in the world do you know this is a female? No. No, I cannot. I'm happy for you. But what? Ah. Glory. You know what? Why the brick not? All right. What? What the frick is he doing here? So you feel like talking about her now? You know, if you're so worried about her, maybe you should just take care of her. Is there something wrong in the town? Ah, those guys. Understood. It's my best friend. Gonna go ahead and just... I have a message from Brant. He says to stay away from town for a while. What's wrong now? Look, he's just a bit of a dick. But he's worried about you. So, let's go and talk to Brant now. Now, let's not make a big deal about the fact that I still have the key. So this way. Let's not make a big deal about the fact that I still have the key to that place. Let's just write it off as being in safe hands, shall we? Ow. I want that hammer he has, or mace. So the Jarl is responsible for this guy being here. As much as he's a dick, he's right. Ah, I can't take his hammer. Or mace. Thought he was going to sell something. So I delivered your message to Lala Noah. You could just give it to her yourself. She'd be over the freaking moon, you know. Ah, fine. Not a fan of that guy being within earshot of that conversation. It's obvious that that guy is going to have followed us in here. But if that does end up being the case, it means I get to kill him. Which means I have a chance to get that mace of his. Hopefully it has a weapon art too. That's very kind of you. You know, it's been a while since I've quick saved. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm also looking at that lockbox and fighting the urge. Right, the apple. Should be here. 100 points of health? That's disgusting. I need more of those. Was it delicious? It restored 100 health. That's amazing. You know what? You're kind of awesome. I really would like more of those apples, though. Oh, right. This is a gift from Brant. So do you have any messages for Brant? Well, let's go ahead and get the lore situated. Where's your father? The Civil War, huh? What about your mother? A group of people called Sten. Yeah, I don't imagine that to be true at all. I don't know why this is a question, so let's see what happens when we ask. It's a really weird question. So what do you usually eat aside from apples? And since she eats bread rarely, I highly doubt the flour selling business is actually going that well for her. So it's time to go. Alright, I'll stay for a little while longer. Because I suspect the, what's-his-face is prowling around. So let's go ahead and ask these other questions. May as well. I mean, she fully expects her father and mother to come home, so this is obviously not going to go. She's obviously going to say no, but whatever. We're just asking. And now, we have to go. I'll talk to you next time. That is not the door I came in. So this place is called the Blessed Ravine, huh? I can't fast travel from here. So it's basically indoors, even though it looks to be outdoors. Or something we could call an alternate dimension. From Lala Noah, if you find any unusual sweets in your travels. Okay. In Sleeping Tree Camp. Now, I know less about this mod than I did Vigilant when I started, mostly because I spent more time interacting with the comments section trying to figure out where to get started. Anyway, first off, let's go ahead and grab this sweet roll since we'll probably be going back. Okay. There. Now, the reason why I mentioned the not knowing as much about the mod is because brain damage. Anyway, the reason I mentioned not knowing as much about the mod is because I don't know what sympathy does or how it relates to the mod. I knew about karma. I don't know if we can actually take this giant, but why not? Also, that tree is interesting, and I want to find out what that's about. And I'm sure the guy is going to try and fight me over it. What are all of these markers on the map? What the frick? This has to be that one I need to turn off. This is the sweet roll we're here for, right? And that has to be Brant. Also, this is a cave. It's in the cave? So I don't have to kill a giant? I have to kill a giant. Or at least try. If we lose, so be it. I'll move on. But let's do this. The guy isn't even aggro, so what can I do? Well, maybe someone in the cave is aggro. Ooh, my perk should also work too. Let's do this. Oh, this is not going to end in anything but bloodshed, is it? But I did come up with the name of the title of the video, A Sweet Roll for Milady. It's just cringe enough to work. Oh, he is aggro. Oh, right. I also have a perk from I have no idea what tree it's from, but it basically grants me the power of Spell Strike, which allows me to store a spell that I'm dual casting, which is, it's frankly done pretty awkwardly. It allows me to store a spell I dual cast, to be cast when I'm power attacking or power bashing. And the spell I chose was Lamb of Mara, which will help with my survivability at this increased difficulty. Assuming that I'm actually able to land it. What the frick is going on here? Gulag. Ooh. He died poorly. Sleeping tree sap. Never heard of that before. Isolde's message. Don't try to stiff me on this deal, Gulag. I can talk the Khajiit caravans into a better price than you'd be able to, and the guards are still looking for you after that little skooma incident. Just bring the sap to me in Whiterun, like we discussed. Yeah, he's never doing that. Oh, right, let's see what he's got. Yeah, so this is the original name of the thing. Banded Iron Spine. I don't remember what mod makes this available, so no. I am rather disappointed that this chest was not... That is nice. That is actually really nice. And it's a light armor shield. I think I have... Assuming it actually uses dragon scales for upgrade materials. Pretty nice. Comes with me. This more tree sap. A blueberry sweet roll. Place it into the collection sack. So you guys have seen just how gross the whispering... They're gone. Anyway, you've seen how gross the whispering sword is. Let me show you the power of the rapier of the black worm can be. First, we're going to have to put it in our main hand because I have discovered that... Wait, where is... It should be an R, right? Oh, equipped is at the top, that's why. So, I've learned that you cannot use the ability of the weapon in your offhand, or the weapon art of the weapon in your left hand. Even though you've got both of them equipped, I don't know why, I don't really care. It's just, it's annoying. It just is. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll put the rapier of the... That's not right. That's to take it. Now, weapon art, it's Dance of Bones. Allow me to show you guys what it actually does. Dance of Bones conjures bone spears in the caster's vicinity. It costs 140 magicka. Now, allow me to show you what these bone spears actually look like. And just in case you're wondering, these do hurt you. Now, I use this with I was in that other place from the Vigilant mod. I'm already forgetting the name of the freaking thing. That's silly. Anyway, what I don't know the name of the place, and it bugs me. Anyway, I used it there, and the spears targeted me. I don't know what he did when programming that place, but it's funky, and you can't use stuff like this there. But at the very least, I can use it here. So maybe I still like Whisperer better, but the bone spears could be nice. So let's see. We need to go back. Let's just do this. It was a sweet roll, right? Frankly, I want to do that again. I want that sap. The frick is this? Oh, so we get this right off the bat rather than deeper into the mod. Nice choice. Hold on a moment. Okay. You know, I have no idea how we're going to go about numbering this series since the Vigilant mod, Glenmoril mod, and WeArEuS mod are all connected. At least they reference characters from the others. At least according to what I've read. Since they do that, I'm considering just continuing on numbering this one. Since the previous video was number 31, I'll just number this 32. But that's going to be confusing for people who are just... Can I just get... Why are you like this? For people who are just joining us for the first time or just coming to the channel, he's gone. Huh. But I was figuring it'd probably end up being a little confusing and people, because it's just going to have its own... It's going to have its own, what is the word? Playlist. So it starting off with 32 could be confusing for people. That's why I'm going over this now, so anyone watching won't be confused. I wish I had spoken about it earlier, at the very beginning, but what can you do? So I delivered your supplies to Lalanoa, and I also have a message from her. You can almost hear him blushing under the helmet. Actually, she said thank you and come play with me again. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? The sound of that blushing? So what can you tell me about Lalanoa's parents? So the chick trader's gone, huh? Well, obviously he's, a sort of slaver. Okay. All of the orphans in town being gone is but him taking the little dark-eyed bastard is probably for the best. We'll ask this just to get the lore situated. Or established, that's probably a better term. I didn't see any orphans in the town. Where did they go? Alright, that's it for me, buddy. What now? Fine. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. But you can keep your pocket change. I think I'll do all right. Those of you familiar with anime should recognize his personality type by now. This is probably where she goes missing. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait, why am I running there? That guy's got some respiratory problems. Right. I tried relying on the gun I tried relying on the witch hunter gun as my primary means of offense, but since it doesn't consume the bullets that I made, and I made a lot of them, where are they? And since I made a lot of them, it's kind of pointless. Like this. Even with the damage from these, it doesn't really help. Regardless. Do note that since it's a staff, it is affected by the staff perks from one of the magic trees. I don't remember which one. There are quite a few of them, so you can't really blame me. The frick is this penis monster? This is not a raccoon. What is this thing, young lady?
Hi there.
So you can use healing spells. Wait, the people... I just realized she said her mother was taken away by people called Sten. You guys don't think that could mean vigilance of Stendar? Also, Lana Noah, this is not a raccoon. Let's just call it Canra, shall we? Canra is Canra. Where did you find Canra? I don't know why this is a thing to be said, but maybe he lost a fight over territory. I mean, probably not. You're not just keeping him as emergency rations, right? I mean, surely that's going to cost us some sympathy. Yeah, we'll go with this. Surely that'll cost us some sympathy, but we'll just get a couple of sweet rolls and call it a day. Thing doesn't look very appetizing anyway. Yeah, this is probably a good idea. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Well, out of everything I expected to see here... What? Canra... Seriously? Oh, it's from Conra. I know I was saying Canra, but... I just think it's Conra. So we'll go with Conra. I was just going to let this part go and run on past and head directly to Brant and end the video, but I happened to take a look at this board, and apparently we have 2 new objectives. This one apparently from Conra. Please help my friends. I get 3 sympathy and 1 beasthood. I don't know what that's supposed to mean for this mod, but we take those quests. We just do. And here we have a ruffian from Brant. There are more and more mercenary ruffians in Falkreath. You never know what they'll do once they run out of gold. I want you to beat up one of them, especially if they act suspiciously. I get some sympathy and beasthood. I like to beat up people. Okay, so let's head to Falkreath. Those are the other quests. There's one that I actually need to get off of here. The one for the college. This one. Good. Good. It's one less unnecessary marker on my map. And with that, we're going to end the video. I had to deal with an infinite loading screen, so I had to start the game over. I started the game over, and unfortunately OBS said, you know what, I'm not going to record this properly anymore. And so I had to close OBS, well, stop the recording. I didn't think ahead about it. I just pressed the button. And in doing so, I jeopardized the entire recording. Thankfully, the video was saved properly, and that was that. I was able to close OBS, restart it. Yeah, I had to restart it twice in order to get it to record this game normally. I don't know why it does this with Skyrim. It doesn't do it with anything else. I don't really care. That's not that's not a problem I want to solve right now. Right now, I want to get you guys out of here and, on to doing whatever else it is you plan to do with your day. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with more of the Glenmoril mod Tuesday. So, rub your hands together and eagerly await it. I implore you. I don't know what's coming, but I think it's going to be pretty good if the Vigilant mod was anything to go by. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.